Okay, so as you can tell, things are already a little bit different this time. Since we're doing details, I figure it's better to actually focus on the details we're going to be doing. I did go ahead and pre-mix my blue this time around. Um, we're going to try and make these just a little bit shorter. So what we'll probably do is get the details in, or at least started, and then I'll finish them up and come back with another video for the next level of details. So I did decide to go with my take on a royal blue for the ribbons here. And as you can see, I did finish my color. Took a few tries for that green to come out the way I wanted. I did actually end up getting all the way painted. Realized I didn't love how bright the green came out. So I tried a neat technique that works really well, but it never comes out good if somebody's watching it, which is basically a wet brush mix, which is where you take a wet brush, dip it in paint, and kind of roughly go over what you've already painted to add a glazed effect. And I used a gold and brown combination for that, just to mute down that oh my goodness green that we had going on for a minute there. I think this blue is really gonna pop up against that green and make her really just shine. You can't see it because I've got zoomed in on my ribbon right now, but we did go with a brown for the base. Just something to break it up from the grass since it is going to be in the yard. And I think I'm going to grab a smaller brush for these edges, but I can get her at least pretty neat. I am trying different things and doing different things. If you like a certain way of filming, definitely let me know. I wish I could do a lot of the neat tricks like zooming in and giving different approaches and things like that, but unfortunately it is pretty much me and my tripod, so that does make it a little bit tricky to try and stop and zoom in and show you exactly what I'm doing. Maybe once things settle a little bit more, I'll see if my wonderful other half can come in and actually film a couple sessions for me. He's very supportive, so I'm sure he won't mind helping out. But I definitely like how that blue is turning out against that green. It gives her a nice polished look. I can't wait to see what she looks like when she's finished. It's always as much of a surprise to me as it is to you guys when I'm finished with a project and I see how it turned out. And I'll be sharing some photos in the next few days. I have some really good, challenging projects that my brother brought me. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. One of them I'm just going to call my frog puzzle. It's a little statue that just needs completely put back together. He's just falling apart. So that should be a neat set to do. But I think before I even start on the sister to this, I may try and actually start the restoration on my tricycle. Just simply, that thing is eating at my imagination. It just needs to be whole again. After research, I found I think the proper way is going to be to go with a tricycle style bent handlebar. So what do we think? Do we like the blue? I think once we add the gold details, which I think I'm going to go more of a coppery gold, give it almost a rose gold look as opposed to just a straight yellow gold. I think that's just going to look more elegant. She's definitely coming along. She's come a long way from the just beet looking thing she was to start with. It's always a little tricky when there's not a defined boundary on something. I've got way too much paint on that brush for what I'm trying to do. There we go. That's a bit better. Hope everyone had a wonderful Easter. Mine was pretty peaceful. I worked for a while. Came home and relaxed with the family a bit. It's how you know you're getting old, when the best days are the ones that you can call peaceful. And as some of you, I'm sure, saw on my page, I have started setting up an aquarium, so we'll document that a bit. It's going to take a few weeks of adding new details to it and getting the water just right. It's a detail that gets missed in dealing with aquariums on a pretty regular basis, is everybody wants to just set up their water and throw the fish right in, and it doesn't usually bode well for the poor fish. And I'm just going back. I spotted a little area that I missed here. Sometimes when I turn the table, it lets me see something that I missed. And it's better to go back and get it than to just leave it and hope I remember later. Definitely loving this blue. Blue is actually my favorite color, which is why you see it pop up so often as a detail or something like that. I love my brights and fun colors and things like that, but you gotta have your blue in there. It's actually made doing my mother-in-law's room a lot of fun because it's her favorite color too. So I know what anything I do in some shade of blue for her makes her super excited. Always end up overlapping a little bit, which is okay. She is definitely gonna be just a classy looking lady. And I probably won't go crazy videoing her sister's statue out there, just simply because I intend to do it exactly the same way. So I'll probably just bang that out in a couple of days and make her videos more about the repairs that need done on that one, since she's got that big old crack in her. And then once we get them both done and I figure out where in the yard we're going to put them, maybe I'll do a short video on getting them planted and at least some pictures to show you guys what they look like in their final state. And who knows, maybe a couple years from now they'll get another makeover. It's the fun thing about doing my own stuff. So I can decide I want a new look for it, clean it up, prime it up, and start from scratch. You guys didn't think I was just going to leave that white streak there, did you? So here's how she's looking so far. And since we did about half, I am going to go ahead and end there. And we'll come back and start the next one when I'm ready to start the gold details. I will see you guys next time.